you ever heard of cowbell before?
I have.
Really?
I have.
Where'd you hear one?
I've heard one in Mount Pleasant, in Tennessee, where I'm originally from. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So they're pretty loud. They're pretty loud. Yeah.
But you hadn't heard fans. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't heard 55,000 bells going off. No, that's gonna be interesting.
Cowbells, the little bells. That's really all I hear. A lot of noise. Is going to be a real good SEC environment. You know, I'm ready.
And you guys, I mean, you guys have a track. I know you guys play music and crowd noise. Do you have any cowbell?
I don't know.
Music on there?
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Coach Julie and see if we can get that.
What will you do with your day on Saturday, just sitting around waiting to play?
Me personally, I think I kind of like the 9 o'clock game because I get to watch other football game. I love watching football. Over the past bye week, I watched a ton of football. I didn't really do pretty much nothing else. So playing at 9 o'clock, I get to watch the other games.
You know, you just got to keep your mind in it all day. When you're in the hotel, you know, if your mind ever starts to wander, you got to get right back in your playbook. You know, talk about the game, envision the game in your mind, and you just got to stay in game mode.
Will it be weird going out playing at maybe what's normally 1 in the morning to you if it goes in overtime or a late game?
No, I don't think it'd be real weird because we'll be so focused on our responsibilities and our technique. We pretty much it don't matter what time it's going to be.
Are you normally up that late?
Yeah, I'm normally up that late watching Sports Center or something.
Prentice, have you ever been to a game in Mississippi State?
No, I haven't really been to a game. I've heard all about it. Over the weekend, Art Evans, C.J. Fleming was telling me about the kettlebells and all that. So I'm looking forward to going down there. I know it's going to be a hostile vibe. I think it's going to be fun.
I don't think anybody on this team has actually played there. Is that?
Nah, because my redshirt freshman year, we didn't go there.
They're a solid team. They run the ball a lot, so you know if we stop the run, I feel like we're going to be in good shape.
How do you feel like, and they'll probably run some zone read, that's something that's giving you problems. Have y'all worked on that in practice?
Not today, we haven't. We're working on the counter a lot because they're a big counter team. They run that, that's like their #1 play counter, so we're going to get to the zone, but right now we focus on counter.
Who are some of their players along the defensive front that stick out to you?
Well, I'm not really good with names, but I know number 97 is a really good player. He plays a little 3 technique. He's really fast up the field, and he moves really good laterally. So, you know, we got to look out for him. Number 90 on the edge, he's really good. He's really powerful, really quick, likes to use his hands a lot. So, you know, we'll be ready for him. Scout team's getting this good look.
That 90's a guy that's probably going to play in the NFL. You know, we talked about Sharif Floyd, Jarvis Jones. And how is it playing all these talented guys that are going to play on Sundays helping you?
It's helping me a lot, especially early. I think that's going to help when it's my time to go. I think it's going to help me a lot getting reps against those guys, and it's just helping me. When you're playing against the best every week, you can't help but get better. So.
What do you see from Mississippi State? It seems like statistically they're kind of middle of the pack, but it seems like they don't beat themselves and they're pretty efficient.
Right. They cause a lot of turnovers on defense, and their quarterback managed the game. And I think that group of receivers that have been together for so long, they kind of have a great chemistry.
And zone read, I know you guys have maybe had trouble with that in the past. What's kind of the key to playing that?
Just being honest, playing your technique and not trying to make the big play. Let the guy outside of you make the big play, and when the opportunity comes your way, score.
I know you guys, put up a lot of points and kind of in that, but just, what's the next step for you guys offensively?
You know, the next step is, not trying to go 3 and out at all. Trying to stay on the field the whole time, sustain drives, and just score every time we get the ball.
You guys feel like you have? I know, Georgia played you guys one way, played a lot of deep stuff. I mean, how do you expect Mississippi State to do that?
They might come out with the same stuff. It's really game by game. You study stuff, and then sometimes you go out there and they run a whole different scheme. So we just got to stay studying the film, and then we'll see what they give us on Saturday.
What do you see from their defense?
They got a lot of big physical, playmakers back there. They got a nice corner. They got safety. They got a linebacker. They got playmakers everywhere. So we just got to pick and choose our spots.
I just anticipate in winning the game. Just going in there like any other game and just preparing just like we do any other week and go in there and win.
Do you know their tradition with the cowbells?
Yeah, I just heard about it this week. Heard that's how that stadium gets pretty loud. They only have about 55,000, so those bells take up for a lot of things.
Do you think that'll be a distraction?
No, not at all.